wish I'd known about chemical processing industry as I left school because of the ageing workforce. There's so many job opportunities for young people like me.
If girls really enjoy working outside and working with their hands, and they have a pretty big interest in science and maths, it's the ideal job.
It's important that we get people coming up now from a young age to come into this industry.
My name is Jonathan Moore. I'm a development manager for Lucite International in Billingham. The first time I visited Teesside, I saw the iconic ICI skyline, and that's when I knew that I wanted to work here. I was attracted to work in this industry because I believe that there's a really good solid foundation. There's proposals to build 2 or 3 new chemical plants on Teesside. Even in the time that I've been here, there's been a brand new chemical plant built on site. So that highlighted to me that there is always new opportunities in Teesside. Went to Manchester University and did a degree in chemical engineering, which was a 4-year course. When I was coming towards the end of my course and looking for jobs after graduation, I'd always decided that I wanted to work in the chemical industry and knew that there was a sort of big industry presence on Teesside, with up to 5,000 people working there. So I began looking at companies that were based around there, and that's when I decided to apply to Lucite and ended up getting the job. On Teesside, certainly from Lucite's point of view, there's quite an ageing population. I'm sure that's the same for a lot of other chemical companies. And in order for these companies to remain on Teesside, they're going to need new workers coming through. And there's plenty of different avenues for people to come in, whether that's through higher education like myself, or through apprenticeship schemes, through work placement schemes. Really, they both need to complement one another. You need the kids coming through with the right skills and the right background in maths, science, English, and you need the companies to provide those opportunities.
Hi, I'm Dan Tickner from Lucite International. My current role is an instrument technician. The calibration of the equipment, it's important because we need to make sure that things are right to be installed. If not, it could be unsafe. And because there's so much new equipment coming in to keep up with the latest technology, then we get a lot of work for it. When I was in school, I didn't know anything about chemical engineering or engineering in general. I went to an open day at the Riverside. That's when I really first discovered it, and that's when I started becoming interested in it. During my apprenticeship, my first 2 years entailed going through different trades, and I also started college on day release. I could further my career by doing my instrument and control degree, which would be accredited by Teesside University as they put me through my HNC. Lucite would offer to pay for this, and then I could go on to do further roles at Lucite, such as instrument lead technician.
Hi, I'm Kirsty Worsley. I'm an operations engineer at INEOS Nitriles at Seal Sands. I went to school in Norway, as it happens, and I came across to study chemical engineering at Newcastle University. And I decided to follow the maths, physics and chemistry side of things at school, because that was the subject I enjoyed the most. After I left university, I started working for a consultancy company, and we did a lot of design work for other chemical companies to give them solutions to improve what they had on their plant. Then I got an opportunity to come to work on a chemical plant and get more of the practical experience. Here in Tees Valley, there's plenty of work opportunities. There's a lot of chemical companies. There's also engineering offices. So it's not always necessarily on a chemical plant. It could all be like office work.
My name is Amy Thomas. I work at Lucite International as castle administrator and receptionist. Well, I was planning on going to university, and I seen the opportunity to work here, so I applied and got the job. At the end of my apprenticeship, an opportunity came up to apply for the role I'm in now, the castle administrator. Well, every day I use English and maths and IT. I'm always on the spreadsheets and English when I'm working with people, emails, on the phone. I've recently started an accountancy course at Stockton Lucide College. Once I get the qualification, I can apply for the accountancy jobs at Lucide and they can sponsor me through a degree in accountancy at university. When I was in school, I didn't know about the chemical sector and how many departments there is. There's HR, accounts, purchasing. It's not all just science-based.
My name's Amy Gillens. I'm in my second year of a process technician apprenticeship at TTE. I went to Oakfields Community College. I studied triple science, maths, English, PE and religious education. I always wanted to do something where I was working with my hands, something like instead of just sitting down all the time. I'm currently driving an old Volkswagen Beetle and I've spent 2 years fixing it up at home in the garage. During my apprenticeship at TTE, I'm sponsored by a company called SABIC and they're petrochemical based. So I'm hoping that after my 4 years apprenticeship, they'll take me on. When I was at school, I didn't think I'd be using maths this much, but here we're using it every day, like learning how much chemicals we need and the masses of them to get down to the correct percentage for all the reactions.
My name's Dale McElveny and I'm a production technician in INEOS Nitriles UK. The products of INEOS Nitriles end up in carpets, textiles and even Coca-Cola bottles. I went to Conyers School in Yarm and I did my GCSEs. The subjects I did were maths, English, science, engineering, IT, PE and RE. Once I finished my GCSEs, I left school and started an apprenticeship programme with TTE. This apprenticeship was as a production technician. As a production technician, my role really is to keep the plant running as safely as I can really. I completed a HNC at Redcar and Cleveland College, which is equivalent of doing a first year degree course, which would be run by Teesside University, and I can carry on with it any time when I feel like it's right for me. Teamwork's important in my job role because I've got the responsibility of 500 people on site to look after, so I need to make sure that everyone works together to prevent injuries and accidents occurring.
It's nice passing the chemical plants in the roads and seeing and knowing what's actually going on there.
Plenty of job opportunities for young people out there in the near coming future.
They're going to need new young workers, so there's always going to be opportunities.
When I was in primary school, I didn't think this was the type of thing I'd be doing. I expected to be a princess.